Hello, hello, everyone. Man, it is so yucky outside. I am ready. I have something in my eye. I am ready for the nice weather. Yes, but not to rush 2026. I feel like this time just keeps going by so fast. So fast, so incredibly fast. Today is our Tuesday. Let me get Ben on here. Tuesday at 2 with your two favorite people in real estate, Benjamin Larson and Nicole Marie Larson, here to go over some information today.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. I mean, we just did a live yesterday and they saw us, but why this is different. I'm excited.
It is different.
Yeah. I just can't believe it's the 6th already.
I know.
It's just buzzing by. Buzzing right by. We were going to go on Instagram live and stuff too, but we're going to have to start that next week. Steph should be on with us, which will be really exciting.
Yes.
Second Tuesday of every month. And maybe we'll bring some other guests on too. Who knows? Okay, so today we want to talk about our class that's coming up and give some little teasers. Hi, Tina. Tina Gomez is watching.
Hello.
And give some ideas of what's coming up. So we talked about this yesterday. We have our class on January 21st from 6 to 7. We have an Eventbrite link. This is open to anyone and everyone. So whether you own a home and you just don't know what it's like out there in the market, if you're a first-time home buyer, if you want to buy with some friends and house hack, if you and your parents want to buy and you get a mother-in-law suite downstairs or an additional dwelling unit on your property, that's been really popular. Maybe you're getting some inheritance and you want to buy an investment property. This is just for everyone. We're going to take a lot what we do on our lives right here and have it more focused on specific topics. And so we're going to go over a little bit about what those are today. And then if there's anything you as the people, because education is important, we want to make sure that we're tailoring it to you, have anything you want to add or a special question, you can just put it in the comments or DM us or text us. Our information is readily available whenever. So I know everyone's usually busy during this time and a lot of you guys watch the playback. So hopefully you're having a fantastic day and trying to stay out of the rain because that is my goal. My body hurts so bad in this rain, besides still getting over this nasty funness. Right. I'm ready for some sunshine. So if anyone could teleport me to Arizona during the day and then teleport me back around 4 o'clock every day, our time, I would greatly appreciate that. You can take me in the middle of the night and I could just wake up in Arizona. That would be amazing. And then teleport me back. So come on, Elon Musk, where are you? Help me out here. Okay.
I want it to snow, so.
This is why Ben and I, we are very similar people and our values are in alignment, but there are a lot of things that him and I don't necessarily agree on. He likes sunshine, but he likes snow, and I do not like. I think it's pretty.
I mean, nothing beats a divisional Seahawks game while it's dumping snow for 2020
on a Saturday, the 17th.
Love that. So
I don't mind that. That's fine. I don't like how it interrupts our life. I don't like that. I don't like that my kids have to put on 17 different outfits to go out to play in it for 30 minutes. Yeah. And I don't like how messy it is. And I don't like my kids driving in it and the safety of that. Like
the driving can be,
it stresses me out because they don't the snow. Okay, so as we talked about, we're really going to go over the foundations for first-time home buyers. So what are those key foundational pieces that you need to know in order to buy a home? So Ben can tease us a little bit about that. Give me one foundational piece.
Foundational piece for a first-time home buyer is really just preparing and planning, because it may not be the right time to buy and it may be the right time to buy, but until you turn on the light, you can't create your plan and know for sure. So that's the number one foundational piece, is just turning on the light. Can you hear me?
You keep cutting out. Yeah. I hear at the office because it has not been great. Is that better now?
You're frozen on the screen. There you go. You're back.
Okay. I'm back. Okay. The Wi-Fi here at the office has been horrible all day today. I think it's just this federal way. We got lots of agents and just buzzing around. So that's exciting. Okay. So foundation, what today's market means for 2026 buyers, I can touch on that a little bit. We can only currently talk about the market that we're in. There's a lot of different news articles that are out there that are saying there's an uptick in buyer application, buyer demand, all of that kind of stuff. So if we're going future seeking based on what that looks like, my suggestion would be to see if you can get pre-approved now, so that the 6-month lag or whatever we're dealing with in the market, and all those people get approved, which it's kind of a two-part, going on a tangent for a second. Applications are up, yes. Are there more home sales? No, not right now. And the reason for that is, Ben could probably speak into it, and this is why you want to turn the light on, is there are a lot of applicants that have to go through credit repair or job situations, job changing, all of that kind of stuff. So you want to get ahead of that and be partnered with someone to take action like Ben, so that he can tee you up for that time. Because once these buyers do come out, it's going to shift the market. And the market of the moment right now, still for Pierce and King County, is a seller's market. It's a slow tick. It could go either way. Now, are sellers longer days on market? Yes. It's always going to be an inventory problem, because when the right house comes on, it's going off the market pretty quickly. If it needs some work and maybe is a little bit more specific to a certain type of buyer, it's going to sit there a little bit longer. Or you live in a development and there's 17 of them available, right? What's going to make yours different than the other? But the market of the moment right now is that there are opportunity out there for buyers, and we can talk a little bit more about that on our call. Let's go. Why buying now can still be a smart choice even with higher interest rates. Ben will go into that and what that looks like. Hi, Dale. And we're talking about our class and what to expect on the 21st. It is a Zoom, so that's really nice that you can come. If you want to turn on your camera, you can. You don't have to. Come as you are. It's just a great opportunity for us to pour into the community and give back and educate on what we're specialists in. So and then there is down payment and credit miss, what's true and what isn't. So do you want to give us a myth? I got one in my head, but you can do it.
I mean, we've said it a few times on these lives here, but the biggest one is you do not need a down payment in today's market to buy a home. I know a lot of people are like, well, we're just going to save money and save for this because we can't buy, or maybe they went somewhere and got approved or didn't get approved because of whatever. And there was no plan or action behind of it. And they're just like, well, we'll just save money, which is a great plan. But knowing the steps of what it's going to take, there are a lot of different down payment assistance programs out there. So we'll talk a little bit on that too.
And you don't have to be a first-time home buyer to utilize those.
Correct.
So that's another myth out there, and even credit miss too. So we'll get into that. I always like the option too that of going and asking family members. I know that sometimes those are tough conversations, but we can tee you up. I mean, use it. My realtor and lender said that other people are doing this. Would you be willing to do this? I mean, my grandparents gifted us our down payment. They gifted my cousin their down payment. Like, there are some people out there or relatives or family that are wanting to help. You just have to ask. And so, they want to see their money contributed to a life event while they're living. So there just maybe some options out there for you guys as well to help with some of that. But you're never going to be able to outsave your equity growth in real estate. Did I say that right? Yeah, you won't be able to save enough for the amount of equity that you're going to grow in real estate, if that makes sense. I'm really not great at explaining things sometimes. Okay. Anyways, moving on. English is my first language, although you wouldn't be able to tell. VA, FHA, conventional loan options. So we're not going to go too deep into that, but
No,
I think just a general
the
understanding.
basics.
Yep, of what that looks like.
Yep.
Renting versus owning, which actually builds wealth. So that's, we'll talk a little bit about that. I can give a little teaser. They say that people that own are 42% wealthier than, and it may even be higher than people that rent. So when you're looking at your retirement plans and all that, a lot of people are living paycheck to paycheck and can't even think about retirement. I mean, I can't believe how many times I go and see the elderly out there working because they can't afford to live off Social Security or whatever. It just, we want to prepare you and change that generational opportunities. And it's not one size fits all. So, okay. Investor insights for long-term strategy. I love that. I always
Yes.
tell buyers when I'm in a strategy meeting with them that we're going to take off our home buyer hat and we're going to put on our investor hats and go into the property looking at it this way. Sometimes, when you go to rent, I would say actually most times, unless you're in like a small apartment, but the home and type of home that you're renting is not necessarily going to be what you buy. You're going to have to take a step back to be that investor in order to get where you want to be. And the reason that landlord can charge you that rental is because they've been paying, or you have, or previous people have been paying
Right.
off their equity so that they can charge that.
Yep.
But that's, so just something to think about when you're really looking into this, is we're going to have to put on many different hats throughout the process. How to compete and win in today's market. I love this because during COVID, it was so much of a different market. We've talked about this over and over and over again. And until you've lived it, I know that us sharing it and that fear is not reality, but I don't want you to have to wait another 10 years to get into a home or ever because you've missed this opportunity now. And there's always going to be one or the other. I don't think we'll ever get down to COVID rates. I think it actually hurt us really bad in the real estate industry. So I don't ever see that happening again. That wouldn't be smart on anyone's plate. And it just changed wealth for the wealthier, honestly. And so we really want to focus on building wealth for those first-time home buyers. And so, yes, interest rates may be a little bit higher, but prices are awesome for where the interest rates are. We're actually really benefiting that we're kind of freezing that market and holding steady right now, where some
Yep.
areas are losing a ton of depreciation. It was only 1% change in Washington and Pierce and King County this last year decrease, which when we had homes that were increasing 20, 30, 40% in value, that's a pretty easy freeze.
Yep.
So, and then, so we'll talk about that. Do you want to look at the picture and talk about the other things that?
I don't have it in front of me right now. I apologize.
Okay, that's okay. I'll
Keep
keep
saying them though.
going. Yep,
Yeah,
I'll
keep
keep
going and I'll
going.
jump in where I can.
How to get pre-approved with confidence.
That's my favorite one.
Mhm.
Because and I can't wait to go over it. It's really just turning the light on, because once you know the path and you have your roadmap and you know and you've done it, you're just so much more confident in doing it. When you're facing something, a challenge or anything in life, and you've never done it, there's butterflies and so many nervous, you don't know. And some people don't even move forward and they freeze up. We're going to help you create confidence in your plan, not what our plan is. We're going to help you create your own roadmap with your goals and the market and the current programs and rates and everything, so that you're confident moving forward.
Yeah. Well, and I don't know if anyone can relate to this, but growing up, we're taught that butterflies in our stomach and growth is scary and change is bad. And you may have had a traumatic experience or multiple where change is bad and what that looks like. I'm on my live, Dennis. Hi.
Hello, Dennis.
Okay. Ben said, hello, Dennis. And so that can feel like this again. The difference is that you're going to have resources and build through that. Anything in life, good or bad, is going to come with creating some kind of growth.
Yep.
And growth does feel like a tummy ache sometimes. It does feel maybe anxious or unsure. And so knowing that we can come alongside you and you don't have to do this on your own, and whatever confidence means to you, we can work together on that so that when you're ready to take that next step, that you're going to feel assured that we're in the right direction and that you can do this. And that you're not going to be house poor too, because there's nothing worse than, you may have to eat top ramen twice a week and, not eat out, but that, you're going to
People don't
give
do that.
you're going to give up to go up. And so that's not a bad thing. Today's market, what buyers need to know. We've kind of got over that. We went over down payment, credit miss, explain what to expect from start to finish. We probably won't go into all of that because that could take just an hour in itself.
Yeah.
But you're going to get a buyer guide from us. I was going to see if I could have one handy dandy. Pause. You're going to get a
You can't
buyer
pause. We're on a
guide.
live.
I know, but you
Game off.
pause for a second. Yeah, just pretend. Anyways, it's a little booklet that Janelle will send out to everyone who registers. That's why you want to try to register early, because it will get sent out to you and you'll be able to go over that. And that will have additional resources that Ben and I don't talk about in the live. And one of those is a timeline, and what to expect. That also goes over like what costs, when is earnest money due, what is earnest money, when do I get an inspection, how does an appraisal work, all of that. We won't go into those fine details, but you'll be able to see some of that. And then to wrap it all up, how to compete and win when you find the right home. We will touch a little bit on that. And that is strategy and partnering with the right real estate agent and lender. Ben and I do things a little bit different than most partnerships out there, really working with that listing agent to set you up for success. So that is an overview of what to expect on the class. Like we said, you guys, you can send the Eventbrite to anyone. It's a Zoom, and we're going to try to live from the Zoom to our NLA Real Estate Facebook page. So if you don't follow that, please go follow that. Follow my page here. I can't take any more friend requests. I need to go through and clean up those. I'm at 5,000, which is crazy. A lot of real estate agents. But I want to make sure that you guys are getting this information and updated when we do go live so that you guys have that. And yeah, any other tips you got, Ben, for today? Any
No,
mortgage
the only
tips?
thing, I've gotten a lot of questions on what the rates look like for 2026. And you should see early this week, I think Thursday, Barry Habib's forecast comes out. The Live Wire had some things this morning. We'll probably bring some really cool stuff to our meeting there, and maybe even a live in the next couple weeks here. This week is really foretelling. We have, because the government shut down, because the end of the year, and so many different things. We're in a new year, and Wednesday we have the ADP report. Thursday we have the jobless claims, and then Friday we have the BLS report, which is the Bureau of Labor and Statistics. Those are really going to be foretelling on what this next 12 months is looking like, right? What's going to happen with Powell? So many question marks of, will these rates really go down, or will they go up, or so many different things. So we'll have a little more insight for you on the upcoming lives and our class.
Awesome. I love it. Well, let's finish with a small talk point.
Okay.
Today it is, do you have a secret family recipe? If so, what's the dish? I'll talk about a couple of, so my grandma's German. Her mother did not speak, on my dad's side, her mother did not speak any English, only German. Frankly, I don't even know how I understood what she said to me when I was younger, but we communicated because she lived down the street. And so grandma made a lot of different, I don't know if they're secret, but there's this one recipe that I haven't even made for Ben because he probably wouldn't even eat it, but I loved it so much, which was noodles. A lot of ketchup in my grandma's house. She took bread and fried them into homemade croutons and then like ketchup on the pasta. And I loved it. It's macaroni noodles and loved it. And she also makes a lasagna with cottage cheese and ketchup. And my kids just think it's the yummiest thing ever. It's like a sweeter lasagna. Yep. And then my cousin, God bless her heart, always ate vanilla ice cream with rice. And I still I couldn't do it, but that was a delicacy of hers that she had all the time. And my grandma makes really good malt milkshakes. So, but yeah, the macaroni noodles with ketchup and homemade croutons were so good. I could eat it every day.
The only two things that I can think of that, other than my mom would cook a lot of different stuff and stews and things and, chicken bakes and all that, but is chicken noodle soup. My mom makes chicken noodle soup, and she still does to this day. We were sick recently, and she brought over a pot of chicken noodle soup. So I don't know if it's a secret, but I love her chicken noodle soup. And then the last thing is, every event, birthday, Seahawks game, party, back in the day when Tyson and Holyfield would fight, my dad would make this dip with chili with no beans and the cream cheese. And it's just very simple, but he would always make that. So it was amazing, and you take the normal chips. And so those are the two things that I remember that not really secret per se, but kind of family traditions.
Family tradition recipes. Yeah. So if you made it all the way to the end, put in your family's, secret, I guess, recipe.
Yeah,
Not
please
make
tell
it a
us your
secret
secret
anymore.
recipes.
Yeah, please tell us your secret recipes. But I love learning. Brandy at our office makes a really good artichoke dip, and
that thing was amazing.
It's so good. It was like the favorite thing at Thanksgiving.
That was the best artichoke dip I've ever had.
Yeah. So, well, hi, Princess. Hi, Heather. Thank you guys for joining today. Like we said, pop on our buyer class, or just any real estate information class is what we should really call it, January 21st from 6 to 7 p.m. on a Wednesday on a Zoom. So you don't have to come in person.
And we'll be doing a special raffle that day too. I just put a little tip in there that whoever's on will get.
Yep, so we are doing a raffle for something for you to be able to have for your home.
Yes, it's going to be fun. Hope you're all there.
Okay, hope you guys are there. Have a wonderful day.
See you guys later.